How many snaps did they run in the 14 personnel?
That's only for us.
100% of the snaps.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to 14P Fantasy. I'm your host, Justin Wright. Today, we're doing a quick breakdown. Obviously, the Tyreek Hill news just broke, so we're talking, the immediate Dynasty implications. So, again, we have not taken the time to dive all the way into this, but at face value, this is what you need to know about Tua, Mahomes, Waddle, Hill, Juju, kind of the key benefactors or potentially losers in this trade. So before we get into it, guys, again, check out the Patreon, yada, yada, yada. The link is in the bio. You get access to Dynasty ranks, which we'll be updating after a crazy month of March here coming up shortly. You get tiered rookie rankings that are already updated for post-combine. You'll get access to redraft stuff. A whole mess of information over there is available to you. Check out the Patreon link in the bio. All right, let's just kind of jump right in. We didn't do fancy graphics because we're trying to get this out. So if you did not see, Tyreek Hill, seemingly in the span of like 2 hours, was traded from Kansas City after the first report broke. He now lands in Miami, sending back, I think it's 5 draft picks, a first, a second, 2 fourths, and a 6th. So a whole lot of ammo going back to Kansas City. But now let's look at the Dolphins and what this means for their pass catching options. And their passer, let's say Tua. Tua has to rise up your ranks. I mean, if you don't love Tua, that's fine, and you don't want to shift him, you don't think this moves the needle, great, that's fine. For me, he now moves to the top of a tier with guys like Zach Wilson, Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins. He has arguably the best duo, again, depending, I think probably Higgins and Chase, but a top 2 or 3 duo at wide receiver now to throw to. And you add in Mike Gesicki, he has an improved run game behind him. Right now, Tua has really won the offseason for a lot of quarterbacks. I mean, they also added Terron Armstead. So Tua has to be moving up ranks. Last season, he was first in deep ball completion percentage. Now you get Tyreek Hill to add to that. And yes, Tua's average depth of target was gross. It was low as shit. It was 33rd overall in the NFL. That's going to move up. You have Mike McDaniel as well there. There is just a lot of things going right that you have to be moving Tua up. Clearly, they're building around him. He is the future of that franchise, or at least they believe so. Tua is a top 15 dynasty quarterback. He was just outside before that for me. He's right now he's going to probably land at 13 or 14. I believe in Tua moving forward. Moving on down to Jalen Waddle. That sucks. It sucks for Jalen Waddle, right? Because here's the thing. The Dolphins aren't going to be throwing an obscene amount. That is not what this team wants to do. They have a good defense behind Tua. They want to run the ball, obviously, bringing in that 49ers offense. So volume may be a concern. And here's the thing. He's not going to see 140 targets. His target share is going to dip. However, Jalen Waddle is still insanely talented. So when you're looking at, that tier 3 of wide receiver after, Devontae Adams and that group, Jalen Waddle originally was at the top of that tier. We had him over Cooper Kupp, Deebo Samuel, T. Higgins, guys like that. Now he's probably sliding in right behind T. Higgins, just outside of our top 12 dynasty wide receivers. Again, he is extremely talented. That's not a question. But when you're dealing with that much competition, it's similar to T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. The talent's there, but the production you actually get from them is going to be a little bit more dicey. And Tua is not Joe Burrow. So it makes sense to slot Waddle behind T. Higgins. I'm not looking to trade Jalen Waddle off of this news. I'm not looking to sell him on a dip. If anything, I'll go buy him up. Go offer up Amari Cooper in a pick if someone's getting nervous, or heaven forbid Elijah Moore in a pick, or something small like that you can go and get Jalen Waddle, because he is, he was a top 10 dynasty wide receiver up until literally 30 minutes ago. So go buy the dip on Jalen Waddle. Same thing with Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, if you had him, don't look to trade him right now. You're not going to get the value you want. No matter where he went, his value is going to drop. The immediate reaction is always worse. And the narrative is Tua cannot throw deep. He can, he just doesn't. And I think Tyreek Hill kind of changes that. It gives them a new element in the offense. Is Tyreek Hill, right now, before the trade, he was sitting at Dynasty wide receiver 4 for us. You can't put him there anymore. Realistically, he probably drops down to 7 at the back of tier 2. Tier 1 is Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, nobody else. That next group of, A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, CeeDee Lamb, DK Metcalf, also sliding down ranks. But Tyreek Hill is the back of tier 2. He's still going to be a superstar. I don't believe he's going to be finishing as a top 2 or 3 wideout in 2022. I mean, the drop from Tua to Mahomes is drastic. We all know that. So, if anything, people are going to be overreacting. People are going to be looking to sell, at a discount. Granted, you're still going to have to pay up. I'm going to pay up and buy Tyreek Hill in teams I'm contending. Just straight up, that's the way you're going to do it. I'm going to give up a mid-first and a wide receiver because that's most likely going to be the price now, where before that, you were giving up a top 3 or 4 pick plus a great wide receiver. You don't have to do that anymore. It's gonna be cheaper. And I mean, it should be, but I still think he's going to be undervalued coming into 2022 now. And then kind of flipping over to the Chiefs side of this, Mahomes, he's still Patrick Mahomes. Do not overreact. And yes, Tyreek Hill is a huge part of who Mahomes is or was. He's still arguably the best quarterback in the NFL. I think he is. But for fantasy purposes, he is now my QB2. Josh Allen was already ahead of him, but I think Allen, at least with the current weapons, is just far and away ahead of Mahomes now, just because you lose a dynamic piece of the offense. Now there's almost a guarantee they're going to add a first-round wide receiver, whether it's at pick 29 or 30. There will be at least one new wide receiver coming from this rookie class to Kansas City. You can book that. So with Juju, trade Juju away. This is the news. This is what you wanted. Obviously, signing with Kansas City, he got a bump. Tyreek Hill is gone. He gets an extra bump. However, we've seen Juju in a lead role in a high-powered offense, back with Big Ben a couple years ago. And it doesn't go that great. He's going to be getting the number 1 corner. And part of the appeal of him in Kansas City was he gets to be the third option. Tyreek Hill takes the main coverage. Travis Kelce's taking a lot of doubles. Juju now is, kind of cleaning up in the slot. Low volume, but, could have produced solid wide receiver 3 numbers. Now the expectation until the draft is going to be Juju's the one. He is the guy. He is a top 10 wide receiver. Some people will think that. They shouldn't, but they will. But if you're projecting ahead, they're going to bring in another wideout. So most likely, Juju's going to fall again post-draft. So right now, if you can trade him for a mid-first, you can trade him for Elijah Moore or Darnell Mooney in a pick. I'm going to make all those deals. I'm going to do it in a heartbeat. I think that really sums it up, guys. If you have other questions on what this means for the rest of those offenses, drop them below. We're happy to answer anything for you. Drop trade questions, all that good stuff. As always, guys, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.
How many snaps did they run in the 14 personnel?
That's only for us.
100% of the snaps.